2023年伯克希尔大会即将召开，那奥马哈的 CHI Health Center 呢也恢复了往日的热闹。今年呢有预计超过3万投资者参会，会展中心的门口却被长长的抗议队伍所占领着。伯克希尔旗下的私人飞机公司 NetJets 的飞行员，由于不满其对薪资不公正的待遇和长期解决不到的人手短缺问题，正在门口抗议。那么预计呢，本次的抗议行动有超过1000名飞行员参加。
We're the independent union that represents NetJets pilots.
Okay. Is there any context or background saying what is going on with those products
Yes.
today?
For those who don't know, NetJets is owned by Berkshire Hathaway. We're a subsidiary. So we report directly to Berkshire Hathaway. That's why we're here at the big convention.
Yeah.
Our leader is CEO Adam Johnson. He reports to Greg Abel, who's in line to take over for Warren. So This is a way to escalate our issues and help them all see that we're trying to make NetJets a better place to work, to retain the pilots we have, and to attract new talent. So it's very important. There's a huge pilot labor shortage currently, and we're no longer competitive in the industry.
Okay. So you mentioned about the issues. So can
Yes.
you please explain a little bit like
Absolutely,
what the
yes.
issue exactly is about?
So we have a huge pilot shortage in the United States. All of the major airlines are getting new contracts. So with Delta Airlines, for example, leading the charge, they were the first one to ratify a contract. Over the course of our career here of 30 years, you'll make about 56% of what you would make at Delta. So it's very hard for the new generation to choose to go here versus Delta. And the flying we do is so complex. We fly to new airports every single day, every single leg. So the caliber of pilots that we want to attract, we're going to have to raise our benefits package to do that.
Okay. What do you think is the deep down issue?
We have professional economists. They actually get access to NetJets financials,
Yeah.
and they are certain that what we're asking for that will make us competitive is affordable. But our leadership team has decided they don't want to pay those increases, and they would rather get very inexperienced pilots in the aircraft versus the best pilots that are available
Why they decided to do so?
because it's cheaper.
Okay. How about the profit, or how about the, I would say, revenue from NetJets compared to other airlines?
So we don't report our revenue directly. We're grouped in with a lot of other Berkshire Hathaway companies like Flight Safety,
Yeah.
and we can't really speak to numbers. That's all proprietary information.
Yeah.
But we are certain that they can afford it. They just choose not to. We have what's called a fractional structure. People buy a share of the jet, and then they have access basically to our whole fleet, and they can fly anywhere in the world. Every country in the world we service. So
Got it.
that's why it's a lot more complicated than, for example, if you go to fly for Delta and you only fly between Atlanta and San Francisco every leg. So it's a big difference, the type of flying that we do and
Yeah.
the type of jets that we fly.
Got
And
it.
obviously the people in the back are extremely wealthy.
How about the ticket, flight ticket compared to other airlines?
So a general public cannot fly on our airline simply because you have to be a member of the program. And to do that, it is very, very expensive. It's
Got it.
the ultra wealthy of the United States that, and actually nationally or globally, because we also have NetJets Europe and we have other affiliations. So if you are very wealthy and you don't want to fly commercially, then you probably fly with us. I think for our smallest jet, and it's a very small amount of hours, it's something like $300,000. But
$300,000, and they
Yes.
don't pay well for the pilots here.
Correct. Yes. But that's the smallest jet. It goes exponentially up from there. We have a contract in place. So we
Okay.
negotiated a contract in 2020, and it was good at that time, but the industry has completely changed since
Exactly.
then. And now the regional airlines, which used to be the lowest cost provider in the country basically, is now ahead of us as far as compensation goes.
Okay. Do you have like a exhibition booth inside of the hall?
NetJets has a booth inside, the union does not.
Got it. How's the reaction towards those products this time?
This is protected speech. We're doing everything lawfully that we can to raise attention. So they're basically chose to ignore us